It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Welcome into the Braylon Edwards Show on Woodward Sports 2.0. This is the CEO of Woodward Sports, Joey the Move. The reason why he's up here is yesterday was an incident to start the show that we feel like we need to explain and understand why Anson is not here today and understand why the energy took place the way it did yesterday. We have a video from one of our other owners, which is Sam Day, a.k.a. Stick, which you know all too well. Justin, when you get a second, run the video by Stick so that people can see what happened yesterday.
It's Stick from Woodward Sports, and obviously, if you're a fan of the Braylon Edwards show, you witnessed something yesterday that
I can't hear it
it's
either.
Unacceptable, to say the least. And to give you a little bit of the backstory, Justin Satawa, the technical director of the Braylon
playing
Edwards
on
show,
They can hear
during our
it.
They can
meetings
hear it.
with
I
all
cannot
the
hear it, though.
That's all that matters, as long as
it's
they
our
can hear it.
goal
They can
as
hear
a
it?
network to make sure that we're delivering
Mute them.
on time
Mute
the
us.
best Detroit sports content that we can. And on time means the Braylon Edwards show starts at 2 p.m., so that means the show starts at 2 p.m. And I've instructed Justin to sometimes, if people aren't there, start the show on an empty desk. And hopefully after time, if this continues, that people will get sick of seeing and being embarrassed of seeing an empty desk when the show is supposed to start. With that being said, Anson Wells, everybody knows Anson's my boy. Been a part of this since we started it. But this is Woodward 2.0. The old standards are no longer the new standards. And if we're not starting shows on time, I think we're showing disrespect to our listeners and your valued time. And most of all, I stress this all the time, if we're not there at 2 p.m., people aren't going to wait around. They're going to go find something else for their entertainment. So with all that being said, first of all, I want to say, Justin, excellent job yesterday. You did exactly what I told you to do. I don't care who in that building tells you to do anything different than start the show on time. You listen to me, or we wind up in the situations that we're in with Anson right now. Anson has been in charge of scheduling. He's been in charge of making sure people are on time in the correct places, and unfortunately, he couldn't follow through yesterday, and he was not on time, and he was not in the correct place. So really, the only thing I could think of to do was suspend Anson for the rest of the week. This is not something I wanted to do, but as you guys know, if you don't carry a big stick, for lack of a better term, people will walk all over you. And we have to deliver to you, our listeners, the people who participate in the chat, the people who supported this network from the ground up when we were just filming videos on our couch, to now having a great studio in downtown Royal Oak. If you don't respect the system, you can go find a new system. And I know it's a dick move. I understand that, but we have 30-plus people on staff now, so we need to make sure that the standard is the standard, and everybody has to meet it. Whether you're in the back talking to somebody, there should be no distractions for starting the show at 2 p.m. So Anson, unfortunately, will not be on the show today or tomorrow, and that is a direct result from his actions of not showing up and being at the desk on time. So Justin, once again, thank you so much for following through. I know you caught some pushback from the guys on the show. I will always have your back when it comes to starting on time and delivering great content at 2 p.m. on the Braylon Edwards Show. So thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show. I believe Joey's filling in for the rest of the week, which is great. Young guns get a chance to, spread their wings, get some reps, and this is what happens in show business. The only way you move up is if someone moves on or someone moves out. And right now, Joey's stepping in, next man up. Anson is off for the week. And once again, thank you, Justin. These are the standards, and we promise to deliver to you a 2 p.m. show daily right here on Woodward Sports.
And that was Sam Stick Day, who's also one of the owners here at Woodward Sports. So yesterday what the incident was before the show starts, which we start at 2 p.m. every single day, there was a meeting that was had. I wasn't privy to this meeting. Anson was in this meeting. Justin was in this meeting. And like Stick said, they want the shows to start exactly at 2 p.m., exactly at 11 a.m., exactly at 8 a.m. So Justin was absolutely correct in terms of how he handled the situation, in terms of he's listening to what the CEO say. He's listening to what that meeting was. So Justin was right. So I apologize to Justin. There was a little bit of a altercation, if you will, when we ended the show yesterday. Anson had some words for me. Anson had some words for the network because he was in that meeting, and he wasn't here when the show started at 2 o'clock. So that's why Joey Namu is on. He can tell you a little bit more about the situation and what they've decided to do with Anson.
I mean, look, these are the moments where being a business owner isn't fun. Yeah. But unfortunately, you know, we got viewers that are watching the show every single day, and it's the Braylon Edwards show. Yeah. So we got to obviously make sure that we hold that precedent to where, you know, we want your show to obviously have that respect to where when it says show starts at 2, doesn't matter if you're in the bathroom. I don't even really know where he was, why he was late, but it's just that reason is it's not acceptable.
And as it relates to me in terms of what I was doing yesterday, we got the news that Justin Verlander had announced that this would be his last season. So right before the show, we got that information, and we got that information. I wanted to make sure I did right by you guys. I wanted to make sure I did right by Justin Verlander, get his stats, get the rankings, and actually give you a little bit of what it was. So that's why I was a little bit late, but not to the tune of 5 minutes late. So that's why I was a little pissed, because I wanted Justin to start the show with me and everything that I had prepared. But I didn't go about it the right way, and so here we are now dealing with the situation.
Yeah, I mean, look, you late to practice. What's going to happen to you?
You guys thought this was corporate? This isn't mainstream media. This is fucking Woodward. Come on. God. Anson's free, y'all.
Yo.
We're worried. I appreciate it, though. Let's go.
Look, man, we had to tease you guys a little bit. We had to bring the CEO out here. We had to have some fun with the ordeal. You know, it was one of those situations yesterday where part of this is true, part of it isn't, man. Justin Verlander, we got that news late, so I'm trying to make sure that I go get the right stats, get the right rankings, so that everything is perfect. I do the right thing by Justin Verlander, and I got in here a minute late. Justin starting the show. I'm like, wait, it's my show.
I was talking to this guy. I was talking to Joey right at the door.
And so now I'm just so taken back. I'm like, yo, this. Like, my energy is off. I'm trying to get the Verlander stuff off, and then you're rocking the roll. I'm like, Anson trying to steal the show from up underneath me. I was just like, what the hell is going on? Then I got this young guy in Justin Satawa, who I love working with, just telling me, yo, I can't do that. It doesn't matter. He and I may have gotten into a little altercation. Go ahead and check the screen.
Yeah, you know, shit happens, man. Shit happens. It's all good, though. It's all good.
We had to do it for theater. I love the fact that we were able to make this happen, man. Yesterday after the show, actually literally right when we crashed yesterday, which Cam had something to say about that, we talked about it. We talked about what it was, what the rules were, my understanding, his understanding, man. We got right back on the same page. That's what brothers do. They fight and they figure it out, and that's what me and Justin were able to do. The funniest thing is when I got home, I got to Britt's house, her whole family was there. So it was her mom, her sister, her cousin, and her cousin's kids. They're helping Molly set up for the graduation party that's coming Saturday. They all watched the show. So when I walked into the house, they was like, damn, Braylon. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Like, you guys weren't supposed to see that. And then we crashed. Cam, why did we crash?
Man, I'm telling you, the audio crashed because of the energy. That energy was big, thick, and then that silence was
deafening.
Yes, it really was.
It was definitely.
We good, y'all.
Jay, we good over there? We smooth?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Me, B's my guy. Come on.
1,000%. So we had to have some fun with it, man. This was Anson. And whose idea was this?
This was
Bomber.
Bomber's
Shout out
idea.
Bomber.
Shout out Bomber.
Brilliant.
Shout out Bomber. Michigan State comes in handy.
Hey, no doubt, man.
Michigan State comes in handy,
Shout
man.
out
Tricksters up in the L.
Shout out to Stick. Because I think the Stick video, I didn't get a chance to pay attention to the chat. I was too focused on trying to be serious because anything would have broke the laugh. What did the chat look like? What were they saying in the chat today as it relates to?
Well, there's some free Anson. There were some guys that are really upset because they thought I was gone.
There you go.
They were
showing
excited.
the love
They
for
were
my
like,
guy.
Yeah, it's gone, man. But they some of them were like, yeah, you know, when I was a foreman, I expected people to on time.
Yeah.
You tell them Stick. You tell them CEO. But I mean, listen, guys, like, we are a team and a family here. Yeah. Justin has piloted shows on his own. He's been on the desk and driven. We are a team and a family. And the great thing about what happened was after the break and then after the show, I mean, we're stronger for it. All we did as a team today was laugh.
We laughed to be honest, we laughed yesterday after the show. As soon as we left the show, we went downstairs. We just had our meeting, our powwow, if you will, of like-minded individuals. And we were like, look, man, that stuff happens, and I'm glad it did. It got us back on track and understanding. 2 o'clock is when the show starts, and it's always been what we wanted to do. I got a little bit of information. I got excited trying to present it in the correct way. You know what? Doesn't matter about trying to present it in the correct way. 2 o'clock, get your ass up here and make the show work.
That's right. A couple of super chats.
Give them to me.
Michael Wary, y'all so wrong. I'm just saying. Freddie felt, damn, I was about to submit my application to Joey.
Hey, not
Brother,
too late.
yours is already on file. Yours is
Not
already
too
on
late.
file. And Sneaker Chick in there, y'all play entirely too much. I love you clowns.
Yeah, 100%. We love
Appreciate
you guys too.
No
We
doubt.
feel like we owed you 1 explanation, but 2, some fun, so you can know what time it is over here.
I gotta say though, guys, when we were talking about this and I first got the Sticks video and played it for the team, I started sweating because I tapped into a nightmare I didn't realize I had and forgotten about, because I don't want that video to ever be true, despite a few of you in the chat wishing it were.
Shout out to Quagmire. Speaking of a quagmire, I feel like Jared Goff finds his name in a quagmire every time you do the quarterback list. Is he going to be 8? Is he going to be 12? Is he going to be higher? A lot of times you guys feel disrespected by where he is. Welp, Pro Football Focus came out with their annual quarterback rankings to start the season, and want to get your feedback on where he is, but we'll present the argument in a different kind of way. And I believe Sam Day, who was the star of that video,
we need to hear
that
from
we
him.
sent in, aka Stick, will be a part of that at some point. But it's going to be fun. Because I'm really excited, because I have 2 questions to ask. It's not just the typical questions like, oh, is he disrespected? It's more so along the lines of, tell you in a second, but first let me hear from All Day IPA by Founders Brewing Company.
Hey guys, it's summertime. It is time to head to the store and grab yourself an all-day IPA from Founders Brewing. Listen, it is very balanced. IPAs, some of them can be bitter. This one's citrusy, refreshing. It's got that 4.7% ABV to pace you throughout the day. So this summer, go and get yourself an all-day IPA, but make sure when you do, you drink it responsibly.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at deadcityfc.com.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Essential. Over 2,700 gyms around this country. It's the gym for you. No judgment here. Trainers on staff. And then everything is clean. Super clean. They make sure the new machines, the old machines, all the machines, they feel clean and comfortable for you to use, man. Whether you're starting, excelling, or just continuing a journey that's already been a good one, come do it at Planet Fitness. We understand you. We understand what you need. So bring it on down. We're all strong on this planet, and that planet is Planet Fitness. A lot of fun with you guys, man, in the open. I'm glad the chat appreciate and love the work that we're trying to do. Not too often when you plan something like that does it go off exactly like you had saw in your mind. I'd say it went off as we wanted.
Can I give some love to Nitty Gritty?
Take your time.
I got a text.
Take your time.
I got a text.
I saw that.
At 2:06, in the midst of it, just heard the news. Keep your head up. Chad has your back, and so do I. Shout out, Nitty.
Yeah.
Much love, man. We had fun with that. He hit me back later with some some smiling, laughing faces. Got him.
1,000%.
Got them all.
1,000%.
Shout out to the chat. Smash that like button.
Shout out to the chat. Let's talk a little bit about the Lions, or at least some of the Lions players. Came out from Pro Football Focus, the top 30 quarterbacks before the season. They didn't have 32. Right as they did, it was on the back page. But top,
they don't matter.
It doesn't matter. Once you get past 20, it is what it is. But the top 32 quarterbacks going into the season. Put the list up there. Before we get into the Jared Goff conversation, just what is the first couple names that jump out at you when you look at the list? All right, here's the list. Number 1, no surprise, Josh Allen, reigning Well, 2 years ago he won MVP. Last year, not so much. Number 2, are we good with Josh Allen's number 1?
No problems there.
You good? Okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so who's?
There's only one person that should be atop of any quarterback list in all of time with him while he's still playing, and that is Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen, until he actually beats him in the playoffs, cannot lick his cleat after the AFC Championship game, and that's how I feel about it.
You know what? That's absolutely fair. Also, considering he did not win MVP last year, that was Matt Stafford. So you know what? If that's the rate that my guy Justin.
Also, Joe Burrow's too high too, but
yes, he is. Your shiner's ridiculous.
You said Joe Burrow's too high. Okay, so
I didn't see the shine until I said.
So we didn't even get to to them yet. All right, who's 1, 2, 3? There's Allen, Burrow, Jackson, Mahomes, Stafford. Let's stop there. What does that list need to look like from you, Anson?
We're stopping at
five.
I don't have an issue.
Okay, so you don't have an issue.
I moved Burrow down to the bottom of that list. Him and Mahomes being hurt, 4 or 5.
Okay, B-Lad, that top 5. Where's your issue with that?
See, I have a slight issue on Lamar being that high.
Okay, especially after last year, the hamstring injury, didn't play his best, lost some games even when he was healthy, 100%.
Yeah, it's just his arm talent's decreasing a little bit as the years go on, I feel.
So would you rotate Matt Stafford to 3 and Lamar to 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, word for word.
With the MVP for sure.
Okay, I'm good with that too. Jay, top 5. You already made your state your claim.
Wait a second. B-Lad, name one Ravens wide receiver.
Zay Flowers.
Okay, there you go. That's it.
And they have Jacoby Lane, who they just drafted.
Yep.
He's actually gonna be. Hey, watch out! Yeah.
They had Likely, they had Andrews. I mean, he had weapons. Let's not act like he had the sisters of the poor back there. He does have Derrick Henry.
Hold on. He had a bunch of tight ends. Like the fact that you guys named 2 tight ends before you named the wide receiver is absolutely insane.
I said Zay Flowers.
Thank you.
I know, but he named 2 tight ends. Like, if we're going to play that, I didn't have a problem with moving Lamar to 5, and y'all know who my guy is.
Lamar.
Okay, I didn't have a problem moving him to 5 based off that. But if you're naming weapons and the first thing you throw out is an old-ass tight end and another tight end was just okay, that's my problem.
I will say,
there is no Puka Nacua. There is no Jamar Chase.
There is a Derrick Henry, and that takes a lot of pressure off him and opens up a lot for him.
It's fair. There's a James Cook. There's Patrick Mahomes has none of that. So, but I don't have a problem with Mahomes. Okay,
Mahomes
so
had Rice.
I had to push just a little.
Rashi's nice, but Rashi is.
But he's never.
He's not playing, bro.
Wait, one, he's not playing. 2,
not.
Rashi is an elevated version of Zay Flowers.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'll take that, no doubt. I 100% I'm fine with that.
Yes, sir.
100%. All right, here we go. First name. You already know. Number 6, Jordan Love. Get the F out of here. Like, is this what we're doing? Is this like what are we doing? What is this list based on? Is it based on potential? Is it based on when you were at your best? Maybe the games that you won. Like, are they still giving you the kudos for beating the Lions in Game 1 last year as well as on Thanksgiving 2 years ago? Because outside of that, what have they done?
I feel like nowadays they just throw one asshole ranking.
Yeah, they do.
Just to piss people off, to get it to share. And number 6, Jordan Love, is that asshole ranking. I don't see it. I like him. I think the fact that he spreads the ball around too much limits him. I don't love his weapons, but he's always had a bunch of solid weapons. He's good. He's one of the better top 12 guys. I don't know if I'm putting him in my top 10, much less 6.
Yeah. Jordan Love is the name on there where you're like, excuse me, it's at 6. So let's do this. Let's flip this conversation around because it'll take too long to get to number 16. Let's start at number 16. Who is number 16 on this list? And that's Jared Goff. Jared Goff, number 16 on the list. Before the typical outrage and, they're disrespectful. Now let's go back to number 6. Which one of these quarterbacks deserves to be in front of Jared Goff and which ones don't in our own mindset? Starting with Jordan Love, obviously. Jordan Love, you think deserves to be higher? Yay or nay?
Yes, I think Jordan Love deserves to be higher, but
higher than Goff.
Oh, higher than Goff.
Higher than Goff.
Higher than 16.
Yes, because Goff is 16. We can argue about where we believe Goff.
I don't think he's higher than 16.
So is Jordan Love better than Goff?
No.
Okay.
No.
Everybody agree on that?
Yes. Absolutely.
Justin Herbert. Would you rank Justin Herbert above Jared Goff?
No.
Yes.
I would.
I would not.
We have 2 for, 2 against.
Yeah, 1 year and a half of a rookie year is not enough for me.
Okay, that's fair. If you're starting a franchise today, would you start with Justin Herbert or are you starting with Jared Goff? Exactly.
I didn't answer.
The fact that you took that long.
I don't know what Herbert's whole career is going to look like.
The list is like PFF grade, like how they graded out completely off of last season going into this season, and they're saying that Herbert has done better than Goff PFF grade wise. Herbert's arm talent is better in my opinion. He can move around better too. Yes,
for sure.
The only thing about Herbert's arm talent that's better is the fact that he can throw the deep ball. There is no other place on the field, maybe except outside the numbers, throwing in the intermediate, that 100%. He is better than Jared Goff 100. At. Jared Goff has better accuracy, and he can command an offense better, and you see it with the way that Justin Herbert falls apart. And I know he lost his offensive line last year, and that was this year. So did Goff. Yeah. But and I would take Justin Herbert in a situation where I lose my offensive line because he's mobile and he's more of a singular playmaker. But with the same units around him, there is no doubt in my mind that Jared Goff is running a more efficient offense than Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's offense might have more flash to it, but Jared Goff is the better quarterback. Not maybe not the more attractive player, but he is a better cerebral quarterback, and that's why I would take Jared Goff.
He is a better cerebral quarterback in terms of the totality and the things that he's done. But let's start with what he's done. Who drafted him? Sean McVay. Look at the work that he's done with Sean McVay, the offense that he's had with them. Then where'd he go? Guess what? He went to Ben Johnson, who we're calling the mad genius, et cetera, et cetera. Who has Brendan Staley? There it is. Who has Justin Herbert had? Brandon Staley?
Yeah. He's had
one of the worst coaches in the last 25 years, different offensive coordinators every single season. So give Justin Herbert that same time with a Sean McVay. Give him that same time with a Ben Johnson. We're having a different conversation. So
that's true.
I will take Justin Herbert, but to your point, maybe it's because it's the sexy, it's the flashy. I'm looking at him rush for 60 yards in a game. I'm looking at he doesn't necessarily need everything to be perfect. So, all right, that's fair. You have a very valid point there, Justin. Dak Prescott. Better than Jared Goff right now?
No.
Okay.
No.
Jay.
No.
He can throw the ball very well, but no.
Even though Dak Prescott, I think, had his best season as a pro last year, like what it looked like, he looked like a pro. He looked like somebody that I could put more stock and value in. I agree. I would not take him over Jared Goff. Drake May. Now it gets a little bit interesting. The young superstar, year 2 last year, finished number 2 in the MVP voting and also went to the Super Bowl, where he and his squad laid an egg. With that being said, Drake May, you're taking him. You're taking number 16.
This year?
Everything is about this year.
Okay. Because you asked me before, are you starting a franchise?
Well,
Jared Goff.
Okay.
It's super duper close. I just haven't seen enough from Drake May. If Drake May continues doing what he's doing, then it's Drake May.
Be lad.
For that reason as well, I will take Jared Goff.
Attaboy.
For that reason as well. That was probably you hit it right in the nose.
That hurt, didn't it?
It did
hurt.
You
to say that,
it did. Because I do like Drake May.
JS, another 22-year-old over there. What say you? You taking Drake May or you taking Jared Goff?
Not right now. I think that there is a potential that Drake May could be better. Yes. Yeah, he has the more superior outside the numbers and deep arm talent, but he has to find that interior game that is critical in the NFL, and that's why I would take Goff over May at this current state in their careers.
Okay, let me ask you this question. For all three of you guys that said Jared Goff, is it recency bias to how he looked in the playoffs in the Super Bowl?
No, it's the body of work over the last 4 years.
Okay.
I mean, the last 3 years, just literally no quarterback touches what he's done over the last 3 years. I love that consistency. I think that he can make 94% of the throws on the field as good or better than the 98% of the quarterbacks in the league. Doesn't have the big arm downfield.
Okay.
Doesn't have the legs. But to me, I just need the consistency, man. Keep winning, you're fine.
All right, good. Because you're gonna say that legitimately about another 5 more people. So we got it all. We got it already. You don't have to say it again. Brock Purdy, Goff or Purdy? This is easy. Why are we thinking about it so much? No. What? I'm going to you first, Justin.
Easily Goff. Easily Goff. They're the same quarterback.
They are the
Purdy
same quarterback,
is slightly mobile and has worse arm talent in every phase of the game.
Yeah, go ahead.
This one is hard for me. Yeah. Like legitimately is so hard for me here. I'm taking Purdy.
So I'm taking Purdy. Yes to Purdy, but no to Drake May?
Well, that's the thing is Purdy's been around longer.
Show.
Okay.
B-Lad.
Listen.
Holy shit.
What?
Stop. Purdy's success just kind of proves it all. Like they are the exact same quarterback. Purdy can move around a little bit better.
Right.
You can give Goff the arm talent, but he's been around longer than Drake May. Drake May can easily hop Goff. Okay. Easily. Like I almost gave it to freaking Drake May. Yes.
I hear you on that. Let's just push back a little bit on the Brock Purdy situation because I see you over there looking at me, Riley, but hold on. Give me a second. Kyle Shanahan is your offensive coordinator.
Yes.
Then, the year that everybody's excited about where he finished second in MVP to Lamar Jackson, got his second on that day. Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey.
A lot of weapons.
The best left tackle in football in the last 20 years. Like, this is what he played behind. What did he do when he didn't have Brandon Ayuk?
Not much.
And Deebo Samuel?
Not much.
What did he look like?
Not much.
Like, he's got 1 year.
A fucking pumpkin.
He's got 1 year under his belt.
He might be better in the playoffs.
Season.
He might be better in the playoffs.
Which is where you need him to. I mean, he beat the
I'm not
Lions.
sure, and I'm not sure.
It looked into a completely different player in the playoffs. He legitimately put the team on his back. I mean, I just watched what I watched.
I'm still going.
I just watched what I watched.
Jared Goff over Brock Purdy. Trevor Lawrence. Around the room.
Goff's
Jared
better.
Goff. Now, this is an interesting one.
You didn't even let us answer that one.
Because I already know the chat's coming up.
He did have a hell of a finish the last half of the season.
One, I'm not going to waste time. Two, I'm not going to disrespect the chat like that. I'm not even going to make them upset where they don't need to be upset.
I'm not even looking
No
at
to
it.
Trevor Lawrence. Jaden Daniels, the cyborg, who also beat the Lions in the playoffs. What say you, Jaden Daniels? Got injured last year, didn't have the year that you wanted him to after the follow-up to the 2024 campaign. What say you? Are you taking Jaden? You're taking Goff.
The skill set is better than what we saw is better than Goff, but availability is huge, and I think the big knock coming out, why people gave me a hard time drafting him over Caleb or anybody else in that class, was the worry that he'd get injured. So I can't give a guy who sat the shelf for a whole year out of 2 years, I can't give him the nod over Goff at this point. Again, coming back to the consistency.
B-Lad, where you at with that?
Yeah, I can agree with Anson on that one too. It's just early again. Like, he definitely has a skill set that is better than Goff's, but then again, availability is your best ability. So that's the only reason why I'll keep Goff for now.
And JS, I already know. Same.
If he can stay healthy, in my opinion, he's just outside that top 5 conversation.
Yeah.
I was ready to put him in that conversation after his rookie year, and I was really hoping we didn't see a sophomore slump to injury. I'm a huge Jaden Daniels guy. It killed me watching him kill us in the playoffs. Like, he was on my fantasy team. He almost helped me win a championship single-handedly. I love JD, and I think that he's going to be a stud. And it sucks that he's in our league.
Agreed.
I will put him as an asterisk, and what that asterisk is based off the injuries last year and what he wasn't able to do and what Jared Goff was able to do. It's the asterisk because it could change this year. The thing about Jaden Daniels that caught me off guard is that poise. To watch him with that poise, like he came into –
it's unlike any rookie.
He came into Ford Field at the time where Ford Field was the loudest arena indoors in the country. It's rocking. They're chomping at the bit. Here's our next chance to get back to the Super Bowl 15-2. He didn't hear any of that. He executed a hell of a game. So I think he's asterisk. What does he do this season to pass Jared Goff? That's where I'm at with that. Now is where it gets interesting. Like the last three that are above him, it gets interesting. I'll let you go first, because you have a whole shtick as it relates to this guy. Number 13 is Caleb Williams, but you like to call him
Catfish! Catfish the nation coming out of college. Then he showed you his true colors. And then he catfished you all again last year with an ass-bottom schedule. You guys all think that he's something. You think he's the Iceman. Well, he will be a catfish on ice this season because he's a fraud. He's an absolute fraud. I'm sticking to my guns on this one. Catfish. Hell no, he's not better than Jared Goff. B-Lad, come on. Are you kidding me?
Listen, I put Caleb Williams in the same category as I do JD5 and Drake May. It's still early, but you cannot.
When you get a nickname, you know it's official.
And here's the thing too.
When you get the nickname.
Here's the thing too about the Bears and Caleb Williams is for a certain point in the year, and I know they didn't finish out at the top of the NFL when it came to this, but they had like a terrible turnover margin for like I want to say the first half of the season, and it was like solely due to him. But the leap that he took forward was like that was legit stuff, and you know. It sucks that he's in our division, don't get me wrong, and I hate the Chicago Bears with a burning passion. But, like, you just can't discredit what he's doing. He's, like, improvising. He's making plays by himself at a young age. He's having those kind of flashes where it's like, all right, this dude can actually take over the league, potentially. And the big market in Chicago is now putting him on the cover of Madden for some reason, and now it's like – but you can't discredit the fact that what he's done, like – completely has revamped that offense under Ben Johnson, to be quite honest, has revamped that offense. But now he has a toy, like a legit toy that he can use, and it's going to be tough. But
Didn't he lose his number 1, Bray?
He definitely did.
We love him, though, too.
Lost his number
DJ
1.
Moore.
Oh, DJ. Oh, yes. That's right. I forgot they had him.
They got a couple situations they believe may do something for them, whether it's Luther Burden, whether you believe in Rome Odunze, or whether you believe in Colston Loveland, who they're really, really going to feature this year. They got some weapons that they believe can replace him. All right, we're going to do one more. I'm going to ask Justin this question. Then we're going to break, because when we come back, the next two that are above him, they spawn a different conversation. Because this is where people believe he is. This is a one. I can't wait to get to it, and that you can read the list. You see who it is. Justin, Caleb Williams, where are you at on him? Is he better than Jared Goff?
I think that they are pretty level because they bring just two completely different skill sets. You have the wild, sporadic playmaker who can do it all himself versus the reliant, steady point guard who is continuously getting the ball out. I personally... And this is why this debate is always so much more nuanced than we can truly dive into on the air. Because with the way that the Lions are set up, like Jared Goff is the best quarterback in the NFL for what the Detroit Lions do, and that is by design. And the Chicago Bears are building a rapid-paced, speedy, deep threat, running game-dependent offense that is just allows Caleb Williams to get out of the pocket and make plays. So he's the best for their. I think they're very even. They're very good at two different things, where Jared Goff lacks, Caleb Williams is elite at, and where Caleb Williams lacks, Jared Goff is elite at. So it's a very difficult conversation.
I agree with that. The only thing that I will add to that, though, is Jared Goff was perfect for the offense they used to run. This is going to be a new offense,
You're right.
And we're going to have to see what that looks like under Mike Kafka and Drew Petzing. All right, now, the two names in front of him now, we're down to 14 and 15. They each have a Super Bowl win, and they each beckon a different conversation because one of the things people like to bring up when defending Jared Goff, he's been to the Super Bowl. Well, both of these guys have too, and both of these guys have actually won Super Bowl. So when we get back, we'll talk about that. But let me tell you a little bit about water hazard.
Sorry, 1 sec.
Oh, no, you're all good. I know it used to be up here.
He's having a hard time with that shiner.
You know what? I had to put it on him a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk stuff to me. I'll give you a look. For real. Oh, shout out to the Walls Iron. Look, man, 15 years, and now here it is. It is the water hazard by Founders. Founders put vodka in the can, man, and 5% ABV, citrusy, refreshing. It is the smooth summer drink. And also, too, with that, man, that 5%, it's nice and chill. Don't want to get you too on the level, if you will, but you have to drink responsibly. You know what? How about you do this? How about you add a lemon slice to it? Make it a real summer drink, if you would. The water hazard. Founders does it best, so go find it.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Hey guys, we're excited to tell you about our partnership with the Yaldo Eye Center. They've been doing it for over 30 years here in Michigan. Over 100,000 successful LASIK procedures. It's an 8-minute procedure. It's painless, and pretty much everybody the next day is seeing 20/20. And that partnership is going to bring you $16.99 per eye. Unbelievable summer special. Give them a call, 248-553-9800. They'll tell you a little more about it, but I'll tell you right now, it doesn't matter what prescription you have, it's $16.99 per eye. So check them out. They are the Yaldo Eye Center.
And we are back having some fun conversation as it relates to Pro Football Focus's new rankings on the 2026 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, where your Jared Goff is number 16 on that list. Is he in already?
I think might be. We'll find out here.
Well, just there he is.
There he is.
You know when Jared Goff's name comes up, you know somebody hears it no matter where he is. Shout out to my guy Sam Stick Day, who is Jared Goff's #1 fan.
I think I just figured out what hell is going to be like in purgatory. It's just sitting.
They can hear him.
Okay.
So, what I was saying is this is what hell must be like, sitting in purgatory, listening to people gloss Caleb Williams over his, 58% completion percentage this year? 58%? That's like flipping a coin every time that guy throws a pass, if it's ever going to be completed. So the fact that Jared Goff is 16, aside from the cuteness of it being his number, I honestly don't know what the hell we're doing here. If we're going by statistics, we're going by what he's done over the past 3 years. I don't give a damn if it's a new system, because you know what? Jared Goff has shown me that it doesn't matter the system. He's taken 2 franchises to the furthest point that they have ever gone. Doesn't matter the system. Whether it's McVay's system, Goff can run it. Whether it's Ben Johnson's system, Goff can run it. Whether it's Dan Campbell's system, Goff can run it. I don't care who you put in that OC position. The fact that you have a quarterback like Jared Goff, who his biggest muscle is right here between the eyes and maybe one between his legs. Ask his wife about that. But either way, Jared Goff, I cannot believe I'm sitting here hearing that Caleb Williams and Jared Goff are on the same level. That type of stuff is the things that drive me absolutely insane. What has Caleb Williams done in the NFL besides win during the worst schedule that you can have and barely getting into the playoffs? I don't understand the love for Caleb Williams. I'll never understand the love of Caleb Williams. He's not a leader of men. There's no way 52 other guys are sitting in that locker room looking at him being like, hey, the guy with the painted fingernails that hugs his mom crying when he's losing, yeah, that's the guy that's going to lead us to glory. I don't buy it. Ben Johnson has already alluded to how he's looking at other people potentially for that position down the road. Look how much they paid their backup quarterback. That should let you know exactly what they think about Caleb Williams. So the fact that we're even talking Caleb Williams on par with Jared Goff, if I was there right now, I'd be flipping over the desk. I'd be knocking shit off the table, and I'd be going absolutely insane. But with all that being said, there's probably 2 or 3 quarterbacks that you could put in the Jared Goff conversation. The rest of them, let's not even talk about it. And I don't care who's been to a Super Bowl, who hasn't been to a Super Bowl, who's got an MVP or whatnot. What I care about is what I see. I see a guy that came to a franchise at its lowest point. Matthew Stafford left us at one of our lowest points. And you know what happened? Jared Goff came in and cleaned up the mess. So I'm sorry, guys, sitting here listening to you guys stroke Caleb Williams, I wanted to blacken Justin's other eye.
See a lot of that conversation, man. When you have the passion backed up with facts and with logic, you make a lot of sense. I don't have to talk about a lot of those guys that are on that list, because guys like Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, that's just stoking the fire. That's just somebody putting some you-know-what out just to create some young buzz for some of the young guys. I don't have a problem with that. When you look at 14 and 15, that's where it gets interesting for me as it relates to Jared Goff. 14 is, I think 14 is Jalen Hurts. Been to 2 Super Bowls, won the Super Bowl. Number 15, Sam Darnold, reigning Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks. One of the conversations when people are always caping for Jared Goff, when they're caping for Jared Goff, what did they bring up? Say, hey, he's been in a Super Bowl. Yeah, absolutely correct. Stick, so have both of these individuals, and both of them have won, and Jalen Hurts has been to 2. What say you when people have them above? Because before you get there, everybody likes to talk about what has he done and between the ears and the cerebralness of Jared Goff and what he's done, the stat-wise and breaking records when Ben Johnson was here and all those things. All that is true, but in the last 6 years, he's got 2 playoff wins. He's got 2. A lot of people on this list have 2 or more. So, but as it relates to Sam Darnold, Jalen Hurts, what is that conversation from you?
Yeah, that's where it gets a little tricky, right? Because, that's where it comes into what you're evaluating is more than other. But, I would argue you put Jared Goff on either of those teams, they're winning a Super Bowl. And that's the thing. We've seen Sam Darnold without a defense and on a crappy team. How did he do? Not well. Jalen Hurts, when he doesn't have everything perfect around him, how does he do? Not so well. Jared Goff, we've never seen with a premier defense here in Detroit. And even without having even a top 15, top 16 defense, he's been able to elevate this franchise to places we've never been to. So to me, if we're splicing hairs here, you got to look at the totality of what the guy's done since he's been here and what he's had to work with. Because, I see people in the chat talking about Matthew Stafford. Yeah, Matthew Stafford, when he was here, had a Hall of Fame wide receiver and the number 2 defense in the league. You know how many playoff berths or playoff wins he got in the Lions uniform? This many. Jared Goff, since he's been here, he hasn't had a top 15 defense. I mean, I think it was 2 years ago they started out the first 5 games. They were ranked in the top 10, but then after that, the doors fell off, and you guys know the rest of it. So I want to see, if we're doing all things equal, I want to see Jared Goff with the top 10 defense because he's going to deliver you a top 3 to 5 offense every single year. So that's, to me, the biggest difference between what Sam Darnold had last year and what Jared Goff did. That Seahawks defense was incredible, right? And then you look at the Eagles when they're winning Super Bowls. It's not on the arm of Jalen Hurts. It's on the strength of that defense and the pass rush that they can get. So give me Jared Goff in any of those teams, and they'll win a Super Bowl. You put Sam Darnold on the Lions without a defense, they ain't winning a Super Bowl. You put Jalen Hurts on the Lions without a defense, they ain't winning a Super Bowl.
True.
So that's my big thing with Jared Goff is he's done it with less, and he's done it at a higher level than anybody else.
I hear you going off over there, Stick. I hear you going off over there. Hey, let's just do it like this. As it relates to speculation and in this system and that system, and if you play for this team and that team, the hell with all that. The hell with all the the minutia around it. When you make this list, what does your list look like? Just give me Jared Goff and the rest of the people in front of him. What does that list look like for you? Because obviously I'm not going to have Trevor Lawrence. I'm not going to have Jordan Love. I'm not going to have these guys. When you look at the NFL, when you look at the skill, when you look at what they've done, when you look at what you believe in, where's Jared Goff and how many people are in front of him?
To me, it's a tiered system, right? I don't know about in front of him, but I know the tier that he resides in. And to me, Patrick Mahomes is tier 1. And that's it. He belongs by himself in that tier, and I'm not going to take it away from him. I also love Patrick Mahomes because he was drafted by the Tigers too. So there you go. But Jared Goff is tier 2, and whoever else you want to throw in that tier 2, that you can argue that Jared Goff belongs there. You say Lamar Jackson's got his MVP. Okay, that's great. Regular season award, very nice. But he doesn't do it in the playoffs. Josh Allen, another guy, MVP candidate, and he doesn't get it done in the playoffs. So I would put Jared Goff in the tier 2 of quarterbacks in the NFL. You want to include some other guys in that besides Josh Allen and besides Lamar Jackson. I really don't know who else you're throwing in that lane right now. So, yeah, I'd put tier 1, Patrick Mahomes, tier 2, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, maybe Joe Burrow, and Jared Goff.
And we appreciate you chiming in on this one. We had to throw it back to you. Appreciate you having fun with us this morning. I want to give you an opportunity to address everybody because you came in real stern. We know you're our fearless leader, but I want to point out the fact that Woodward, we are a family here, and we're run a little bit differently. And the fact that our CEO can have fun and be all serious the way you were as a joke and then come back on the show here and be very serious about. Be serious about Jared Goff and show love to the chat, man. We love you, and we hope we know you're staying warm down there.
Hey, man, you guys know this is a family, right? And what we've been through the past 5 years to get it to Woodward 2.0 is special. But that doesn't go with, hey, we're just running willy-nilly over here. We have standards that will be met. And I really appreciate Justin. And I wasn't joking. Him just going live at 2:00 is exactly what I instructed these guys to do. So it's amazing to me. But no, we're a family, man. We love each other. We have each other's back. But it's like if anybody talks trash about my sister, I'm mad at them. But I'm allowed to talk trash about my sister because it's my sister. So that's the way I look at it, man. And just you guys having fun with content, tuning into the show yesterday and watch Braylon go, don't ever fucking start the show without me. I love that stuff because it's real. I was playing it for some of my coworkers down here. There's a guy that works down here. His name's Ben. He's from Philadelphia, and he's like, man, that stuff works in Detroit and Philadelphia. Like, there's not many markets it would work at, us just, motherfucking each other right on the screen like this. So I love it. We embrace it. We're all brothers at the end of the day. And even if you are family, sometimes you fight the hardest with your family. But afterwards, you hug it out, you love each other, and it's all for a greater good. So appreciate you guys for creating content out of a funny but real situation. And just everybody knows, those are the standards that are going to be met. We're here for the people. We're here for you at 2 o'clock every single day. And even if we turn on the mics and it's empty chairs for 30 minutes, I was telling the TDs, it's better than somebody waiting on YouTube to start and just holding their breath, hoping the show starts. No, start the show. Content is content. If it's just Justin sitting there talking, if it's an intern talking, if it's you guys fixing things in the studio, it's better than waiting, because I hate waiting for things I want to watch.
The Super Bowl. Oh, shoot, my bad. I'm unmuted now. Stick, we appreciate you. Thank you for joining the show. We'll talk to you in a minute. And chat, appreciate you guys, man. We're having a great time with you today, man. This is what we do. Woodward Sports 2.0. Quick commercial break. Come back with more, a little bit of the conversation on Jared Goff, but there's also another list that came out, and it is, we'll tell you when we get back, but let's get a message in from Mortgage Pros.
Hey, guys, it's time to change your life. You think about it, you talk about it, it's ready to take action. And you can do it right there, mtgopros.com, or give them a call, 248-416-1361. They're right in Troy. They are ready to change your career and your life. We were out there a month ago. You guys saw the employee culture. It's a great place to work with an unlimited ceiling. So make the call today to Mortgage Pros.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Guys, you know the original 1946. Our friends over at Buddy's Pizza created the Detroit-style deep dish, and pizza was never the same again. And we want to save you 20%. Head on over to Buddy'sPizza.com, put in that Woodward 20 code, and you're going to get that 20% off. But it also works for their catering. So if you've got a party this summer and you want it to be a pizza party, use that same code to save yourself up to 200% off. But they do a hell of a lot more than pizza. So check them out over at Buddy'sPizza.com.
And we are back. The conversation is never dull when you talk about Jared Goff.
No,
it's never dull.
Literally, I don't know what it is, but there is he has this super ability to know when there's stick or when there's a Goff slander. Because then stick
Somebody say Goff?
Yeah.
Somebody say Goff?
It's like the bat signal.
What'd you say? Yeah, it is. It's the bat signal.
I saw Baker Mayfield on that list too. I think he was 18, so he was 2 behind Jared Goff. What you guys think about Baker? Kind of same and similar situation. Never gone to a Super Bowl. Hasn't had as much playoff success, but #1 overall pick. Discarded at some point once he finally kind of figured out who he was, and now in a better space. Yeah. Baker Mayfield's another guy that comes up.
How are you going to tell me that he's not better than Jordan Love, who sits at 6?
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the same kind of success, right?
Yeah.
They do. I think.
Similar. Matt Ryan was the name that came out. I actually compared him
one.
to that when we were off chat. I was like,
really good.
Very similar careers, both been in one Super Bowl.
Not sexy, but effective and available.
Matt Ryan has an MVP, though.
Hey, the story's not done. The book is not written fully on Jared Goff. I do think that he has the weapons, and there could be that year. Maybe it's even this year with the new offensive minds there, but I wouldn't be surprised if the second year that Petzing and Kafka are here that you see Jared Goff's career year, and he will be in the MVP conversation, like top 3. Not just, hey, we're from Detroit, we think he's number 5, he's in there, but actually an opportunity to take home some hard work.
I like that. Let's have some fun. Let's stick with what you just said. Jared Goff, his weapons on this team. One of his weapons is Jahmyr Gibbs, and we know him well in the city. We loved him.
Pretty good.
He is Sonic. He is a monster. This to be the first season that we believe he's going to take on that load as it relates to the number 1 back, the showcase back. This is what we're doing. This is who we're going through, the 13 personnel. All that's coming from Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, the GMs and execs around the league, they had their choice to rank the top 25 running backs in the league this year. Jahmyr Gibbs was number 2. Now, the question that I have for you, here's the list. Appreciate that, B-Lad. You see the list. Bijan always is number 1 in these conversations now. Jahmyr, your guy, number 2. Derrick Henry, the ever-going beast. 3, 4, CMC, and then 5, Devon Achane. I don't agree with that, but we'll stop there. Excuse me. Here's my conversation about this. It's not the same as Jared Goff because obviously there aren't 15 people in front of him. Why is Jahmyr Gibbs, in your opinion, and I'll go last, why is he better than CMC, which we saw last year? CMC almost do the 1,000, which is only done 4 times in NFL history. Why is he better than King Henry, who, although he didn't have his 19,000, that would be crazy, his 1,900 yards that he had 2 seasons ago, he still had 1565 and 16 touchdowns. And why is he better than Jonathan Taylor, who has been doing this 4 years at Wisconsin and in the NFL? In the last 3 years, I want to say he's been over 2,000 yards from scrimmage, or he's been right there with the Indianapolis Colts. Tell me why Jahmyr is better than CMC, Derrick Henry, and Jonathan Taylor Anson.
Do I have to? Am I believing what I'm telling you?
Well, do you believe it?
No,
I don't. Okay, that's even better. Do you believe that? Okay,
so the question should have been, is he 2? This is a fantasy ranking right here.
Right.
This is where you...
Is it? Because...
Yeah, because you're hoping that he takes that jump, okay? Everybody drafted him last year as number 1, and they were going back and forth between him and...
James Cook would be higher then, wouldn't he?
I mean...
Jonathan Taylor?
Well, James Cook is kind of where he's at. My thing is this, Saquon Barkley did everything in the world just 2 years ago. That whole team looked bad last year, not just him. There's no reason that he should not be in the top 5, first and foremost. Okay? Achane should not be there. McCaffrey should be number 2. His body of work over his career, come on now. And realistically, I have a hard time putting him under Bijan. Bijan is still hype. Okay? We don't know what they're going to look like this year. I'll leave him up there. But for me, Derrick Henry looked pretty well spent last year. Now, if we're talking about careers, it's a different story. But I think that...
And the crazy thing about it, spent and still had 1690. And 16 touchdowns.
And then you brought up Jonathan Taylor, and he's chronically disrespected in fantasy leagues as well. I love that. That's a ranking where they're going to rank him in fantasy leagues. I'm going to get him in the second round, and I'm going to eat with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you want to take the excitement of an Achane. How many games is he going to play for you? 8?
So Jahmyr Gibbs for you is 3. Behind CMC.
It has to be, man. And again, still so much of that is hype and hope, because you guys talked about it earlier. How much are they going to share the rock? Is 100%. He going to be the bell cow? Can he handle being the bell cow? Now, as a bell cow, at this point in his career, he gets those touches. There's no reason he can't finish number 1 in the league.
B-Lad, you look at this list and you see Jahmyr Gibbs number 2. You see what's underneath him: CMC, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Devin Achane, et cetera, et cetera. What say you? Are you comfortable with him at number 2? And if not, are you a CMC guy? Are you a Derrick Henry guy in the longevity? Where are you at with this list and where Jahmyr Gibbs is?
Yeah, I mean, I am a CMC guy. I do think CMC should be ranked above Jahmyr Gibbs on this list. But I was just curious, and while you guys were proving your point here, I looked up Christian McCaffrey stats in his first 2 seasons versus Jahmyr Gibbs in his first 2 seasons. I just want you to take a little, piece from this and see what you think about this.
You got to be careful about doing that, because the conversation isn't who's better in the first 2 years. The conversation is now. But to your point, go ahead.
To see like the kind of trajectory that Jahmyr Gibbs is on, I guess I can say.
Okay.
Here. So they've each played, or Christian McCaffrey has played 48 games, Jahmyr Gibbs 49. Rushing carries, Christian McCaffrey 623, Jahmyr Gibbs 675. Rushing yards, Christian McCaffrey 2,920, Jahmyr Gibbs 3,580. Okay, that's pretty good. Rushing touchdowns from Christian McCaffrey in his first 2 seasons, 24. Jahmyr Gibbs 39. Yards per carry.
But see, you know what? I'm gonna stop you there.
Yeah.
And I was gonna let you read it out. I was gonna let you have fun with it.
It's a lot of numbers.
No, it's not even about a lot of.
It was all the trajectory that Jahmyr Gibbs is on.
But it's
very similar.
Here we go. It's not about the trajectory though. Who's a better back right now?
CMC,
the reason why you can't do that game is because look at the system Jahmyr Gibbs has been in for his 4 years. Look at what CMC was in down there with
Carolina.
with Ron Rivera. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's a hell of a great coach on offense. And then Rob Chudzinski, who was my offensive coordinator in Cleveland. Exactly. So when you look at what that team was, quarterback play, I love Cam Newton, but you look at the quarterback play, you look at the offensive coordinator, and you look at what that system was, Christian McCaffrey definitely would have had a better success here. That's why that one's tough.
3 guys on here
Yeah.
are lacking one thing that all the others have. Jahmyr Gibbs, HN, and James Cook are not running over you. Okay? They're not best suited in between the tackles.
Yeah.
You have to scheme them as offensive weapons. You have to maximize their efficiency and output through the passing game. That's what makes Jahmyr Gibbs and Christian McCaffrey and Bijan so special. However, Jahmyr Gibbs just does not have the size and just the beast mode that those 2 guys do. I'm not even bringing up Henry into that conversation. But look, Barkley, Taylor, Walker, Kyron, those guys will run you over, and they'll also run around you, and they all can catch the rock, maybe save King Henry.
This is where I'm at with that, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a little bit, tidbit. You're right about it. This is where I'm at with the list right now. I want to see what this year is for Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor have not had the pleasure of having another 1,000-yard running back on the team in the same season, allowing you to spell him and what else you had. Like, give Derrick Henry a 1,000-yard running back. Give Christian McCaffrey another 1,000-yard running back. I'm looking at from what they did with everything on them. Christian McCaffrey last year almost did 1,000. There were times where I was like, Kyle Shanahan, please stop giving Christian McCaffrey the ball. You are going to wear this man out. Didn't matter. He took it all, and his team still went 12-5 with all the injuries that they had. And the reason why they went 12-5 is because of how good Christian McCaffrey was and George Kittle once he got in that team. You look at that. Derrick Henry, 1695 was an off year for him. Like, as much as I want to get his old ass up out of here, as much as I want the next guy to take over, he had 19,000 yards. He had 1,900 yards 2 seasons ago. Almost had 2,000 yard seasons. And then last year, 1695, 16 touchdowns. I know he had a case of the fumbles, et cetera, et cetera. And then Jonathan Taylor, the guy that keeps getting negated. If it were me and I were doing the list, Bijan's 1, Christian McCaffrey's 2, Derrick Henry's 3, and Jahmyr and Jonathan Taylor share the 4th spot until after this season.
Henry's the one that I would probably boot from the top 5, as well as HN. Yeah. But from your top 5, he did look a little bit slower. And like when you look at Saquon, I
saw Derrick Henry get caught 3 times last year. Like
that's what I'm talking about.
See his he never gets caught.
Yeah, and Saquon, he didn't have the room, but when he found that room, he still looked like Saquon. Same thing with Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. So to me, I'm doubling down. Bijan, Jahmyr, McCaffrey, Taylor, and Saquon. Those are my top 5 guys, not necessarily in order, but I think all 5 of those guys can absolutely be the number 1 running back this year.
Put Taylor underneath Jahmyr Gibbs, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah,
I said put him on the same level. Put Taylor under Jahmyr Gibbs. As much as I love Jonathan Taylor, you taking Jonathan Taylor over Gibbs? Oh, okay, exactly. Yeah. I'll take Gibbs over Taylor.
In order, Bijan, McCaffrey. I'm sorry, I can't disrespect him. Saquon 3, Jahmyr 4, and Taylor 5. And I probably should put Taylor over Jahmyr. I think Jahmyr could finish 1, but put him at 5. I did it. Sorry.
Go ahead. Jump on, right? Hey, you know how we do it over here, man. You jump in. You in the studio. You're part of the show.
Yes, I am.
I don't like the hat.
Allow this. I couldn't allow this to go. I couldn't allow this to go. Why
are we just letting Bijan be the number one guy?
Thank you. I like that.
Like, why? We're just immediately going to Jameer, and it's just Bijan's number one.
Tyler Algier being gone is why, I think.
Similar
but even thing with Jameer Gibbs.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah, to a certain extent, Taylor Algier is another back that will get you 700 yards, if you will. Not 1,000, but he will get you 700 yards, 750 yards. Bijan's special. Like, Bijan's special.
Is he that much more special than Gibbs?
And yeah, in the sense that they had to bring in David Montgomery and see who was going to be a starting running back. They had to legitimately split his carries for the first 3 years of his career just to see if he can take on the brute force of being the starting running back in the NFL. Bijan Robinson, they brought him in to be the guy. Yep. Taylor Algier is a backup, to your point. He wasn't a backup like David Montgomery. They brought Montgomery here in case Jameer wasn't what this iteration of him is. It was like, hey, look, we got another guy who can split the carries, etc. When you got to hedge your bet, like, that's how I feel.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. When you see it on the field, like, you've watched the games, and when you see it on the field, what do the differences between those two? Because they're both special in different ways. But what does it look like to you?
They look like the same running back to me. I think Jameer's a little bit faster.
He is.
That's about it.
His fast is 4.34. Bijan's fast is 4.39. So we're
picking
apples and oranges. How much does Bijan weigh though? How much does Jameer weigh? What's the size difference?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're both like 5'9", like 215, 220. Someone could fact check me on
Bijan's
that.
5'10", 220, 225. Jameer is 5'9",
5'9", I believe.
Yeah, I think he's 5'9".
We said we were right next to him, B-Lad. It was like all right, we'll give you 5'9" type situation, and about 208.
Yeah.
And remember, guys, as much as you're taking away from Bijan, and people were drafting him number one last year, and he didn't finish that way, you got to remember Algier was a 1,000-yard rusher as his rookie year,
yes.
And then the next 3 years, 186 carries, 137 carries, 143 carries, and he was used in the passing game. That's a lot of work that did not go to Bijan Robinson, and a large portion of that is going to go to him this year. Algier's a solid running back. People hate on him, but he's going to go and he's going to be fine somewhere else. But Bijan, much like Jameer, you're going to see a lot more usage. I don't think that Dan is going to use Jameer Gibbs as much as Lion fans and people who draft him number 1 or 2 overall hope to see. And Dan will be smart for that.
I also think this too, and this has nothing to do with Jameer Gibbs. It's not Jameer Gibbs' fault in these situations. Bijan's quarterbacks and his offensive systems in the last 4 years, like, are you Bailey Zappi?
Desmond Ridder?
Like a busted Kirk Cousins? Like Michael Penix, the junior, who the verdict is still out. Like, I didn't trust him at Washington. I liked him when he was at Indiana. He almost beat Ohio State. They had a really good year. I watched him then. But give me a break. And he still has that type of output in production.
That's true.
One more thing before I get off this. Who's going to have the better year? Algier or David Montgomery? Both of them left.
Demo.
Algier's he's not slated to be a starter full time.
Yeah, David Montgomery's
Monty's the man.
And Monty is going to be the number 1 guy?
I believe so with the Texans.
Yeah, they got Woody Marks as well over there.
Yeah, Woody going to be that third down specialist, and he's sneaky good. I don't even know where Algier, excuse me for this, where did he end up? I know he signed a free agency somewhere and left.
Where did he end up? That's what
I don't feel so bad.
I don't either. Maybe that just proved the point there.
100%. I mean, it's to your point. Like, they both had really good, serviceable running backs. They had 2 good running backs that were 1,000-yard rushers in this NFL. 100%. I think.
Oh, we went to the Cardinals.
Shout out to Petsing's former team.
Yeah. Look at that.
And so him and Trey Benson will be battling.
Yeah, it's going to be the same thing over in Houston.
We'll come back and revisit this.
Yes, we will.
We will come back and revisit this. But it's always fun when you get lists. Lists always create a little bit of, I don't agree. Well, I agree. What is the chat saying is what we need to find out. Any comments?
When you put Jordan Love at 6. We got a lot of comments. Let's hit them when we come back.
We'll hit this commercial break, and when we get back, we will clean all of these things up. Has anybody been to an accident recently? Well, let me tell you the place to go if you have. We're excited to welcome Icon Auto Repair and Collision to Woodward Sports family. If you've been in an accident or your vehicle needs repairs, you know what? I actually got a dent in my car right now. I might need to check Icon out for myself. Make sure you trust the team at Icon Auto Repair and Collision. With 3 convenient Metro Detroit locations, Madison Heights, Shelby Township, as well as Pontiac, they are around the Metro Detroit. You have access to them. Pull up on them. Mention Woodward Sports. You know how we get down. We work with people that want to work with you and want to make the process easy. So sign up to Icon Auto Repair. Get it going. Get your car fixed. You don't need to sit in that busted jalopy or busted whatever vehicle it is when you can have the best fix your ride. Go down to Icon Auto Repair and Collision today.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
Hey, if you're buying a home or refinancing, it's a big decision. It's one of your biggest assets, maybe your biggest asset, and you want to make sure you're with the right team. Well, we partnered with an amazing team, Chad and Chris over at Supreme Lending. Give them a call early in the process. They're going to walk you through everything, and they're going to get you in the best position possible by the time you close to have the best refinancing or new home loan possible. Guys, 0% down payment programs are available, and if you mention Woodward Sports, they'll save you up to $500 off of your home appraisal. So it is home buying season, or maybe you just want that refinance. Either way, it's time to make the call. 720-508-0621 is going to get you in touch with Chris or Chad at 248-379-5214. They are Supreme Lending, guys.
What up, Anson?
Welcome back, guys. We got a very special guest in studio that is going to be joining us very soon right now. Braylon's about to bring him in, but wanted to touch on the Pistons a little bit. There's some weird stuff going around right now. I don't think that there's an actual source on it, but somebody tried to break some news in town that the Pistons are done this offseason. And I got to say, Bray, I'm not buying it. I've seen Trajan Langdon make, 5 deals so far. He's made 1 signing, which actually I think is kind of part of a 6th deal. The guy's not afraid to pull the trigger, and we keep talking about the flexibility that he's worked this Pistons franchise into. I don't think it's all for nothing, and I don't think that we're going to have to wait until February or next offseason to realize what he's putting together.
I think realistically, when you look at the moves that he's made, now I don't think he's done. He could be, but whatever he is, he's going to be on his own time. He's going to be on his own pace. It won't be, what we talk, when we get hyped, when names get mentioned, somebody's mentioning somebody. Oh, now you have to make this move. Okay, Trajan, where you at? Got to grab this guy. I think they may be done for now. Realistically, I think they may be done for now. They're waiting for their sweet spot. We've seen this with Brad Holmes.
So nothing by October, the end of October.
I will hope so, but I'm just saying what I believe.
You do. Okay.
I don't think
so. You
they'll
believe this then?
Yeah, I believe they're done. I believe they're done because now I think they like their team enough. They like their team enough to the tune. I mean, you heard what Justin said. He likes this team where they are. He likes the John Collins edition. He likes the Isaiah Joe edition. Now you have shooters. The three-point percentage has gone up. Your players have gotten younger. The athleticism has gone through the roof. So now you have the ability to be even more defensive stalwarts in that system. So I think they like what they like. It's like the Tigers. We want to see what we 2 years ago. We want to see where we are, and then we'll make decisions. I think the Pistons want to see what this looks like, and then they can start making assessments in November, early December if they want to make a move in February.
I thought I was the one selling hope in the Pistons offseason around here.
You're rubbing off on me. But I'm not selling hope. I just think that's their plan. I'm not saying I agree with it or I believe it's the best plan. I think that's the plan for Trajan Langdon. He knows way more basketball than me, so I got to shut up.
Yeah, Trajan Langdon wants to be here for a decade plus, and cashing everything out to win one championship or hope that you do this season it's not the way to do that. I mentioned just in Pistons Live, his Woodward Pistons, that I think that Abuka Okorie is a major part of what I see being a future power four. We have three of them here already. I think that he's the fourth, but I also think that turns into a fifth because we are going to go out and get somebody. And I keep thinking and keep saying that it will happen by February. When this report came out yesterday and this debate was lit, cap. Bullshit. I don't buy it. I think that he's put himself in a position. I still think that there are some major names, Peyton Watson, the name we discussed yesterday, being one of them, where I do not think that Trajan Langdon is done. Maybe we see it a little after the season started. I know we traded Chauncey 2 games into the season. I don't think it's going to be like that, though. I think that these guys want a different-looking starting lineup that does not include Duncan Robinson. So I don't believe this. I think that Pistons fans will be excited at some point before the first tip of the season.
You believe the same for that, B-Lad?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just too early to tell at this point. I think the moves that he's made so far are the right moves to necessarily put the things in place to maybe go out and get something bigger. I don't necessarily think he's done yet. It's just too early to tell. Like, I mean, we saw the Knicks trade for Cat in October, November. So, I mean, it takes some time. And I think there's a lot of, majority of Pistons fans out there that are kind of like throwing shade at Trajan because we're so close and all we need is, all we clamor about is a Robin. We need to get K to Robin. But I think Trajan saw a problem. He addressed the problem first, doing all these smaller type moves. And then obviously when the time comes and when things gel together a little bit better, that they will go ahead and make the big move.
Speaking of the time coming.
There was just news that happened in the NBA a little bit ago, and it is that Kawhi Leonard trade has been revoked by the NBA due to the investigation that's been going on around him for 10 months now. So Toronto no longer has Kawhi Leonard.
And there it is.
All right.
So does that open him back up to the trade block?
Yeah.
Trajan ain't done.
Yeah, I don't think Trajan's done necessarily.
Okay. It's not rescinded. It's held up. It will not be processed until that investigation is done. That could be 2-3 years.
Right.
So, for your, better or worse, it is rescinded. Like he could end up playing with whoever he plays with this year. Won't be Toronto if they can't figure that thing out in time. I don't imagine they fast track this. There's no reason to do them any favors at this point, right? Anybody see them fast tracking this? I mean,
no.
So do you think that there's a way that they back out of this and start looking for different suitors? And now because of this entanglement, does Kawhi's value come down, or is that the only team that's willing to get him right now?
Now, when you say entanglement, are you talking about Jada Pinkett Smith and August Alsina? Is that the type of entanglement that we're talking?
That's the movie, right? The old school, man.
Oh, that wasn't a rumor. That was true. That almost blew their relationship up. I'm surprised to still see Will holding Jada's hand in Fashion Week in Paris. You know what? He's not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air I grew up on, man. He's a simp, in the words of some others. Let's do this. We do have a special guest for you guys, man. Look, I'm talking about names like, what is this? Paige Beckers, Kelly Lynch, Sydney McLaughlin, track star, Candace Hill, Brianna Turner Morgan, Cameron Boozer, Cooper Flagg, Max Clark, Bobby Witt Jr., JT Daniels, Jason Tatum, Kyler Murray, Karl Anthony Towns. You know what all these individuals have in common? They were the Gatorade High School Player of the Year. Well, we got our very own here, Zacchaeus Brock from the great state of Michigan. When we come back, we will have him up on this desk, and guess what? He may or may not have brought the trophy with him. But 1,000%. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, you'll have your trophy. Tell us a little bit about, is it Supreme or are we on Pure?
We are on Daddy's Dip. Oh, we are on Thrive.
Wait a minute.
Daddy's Dip with Mr.
How could I get ahead of that?
Sweet potato.
Oh, shoot. Put down that neon colored can and get down on Thrive Energy pouches. This ain't your Daddy's Dip, y'all. It is tobacco-free, nicotine-free, mental powerhouse of smart caffeine, no jitters, zero sugar crash. You will not experience bloating. Trust me. Peach is my favorite. Thrive can be found online at dipstop.com. Remember to use that promo code, though, WSM, to get 15% off your entire order. Found exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive Clean Energy. They flip and work, y'all.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Art and Jake's is the place to be. 80 TVs, wall to wall, around. Got the action, got all the games, got all the excitement. It's the bar for you. This is the place for you. This is the spot where you can enjoy their Tigers who are making a comeback. Enjoy your Pistons. Seems like they've drafted and they're getting ready, man. Also, too, 22 beers on tap. They got the right beers for you, the right seasons. They swap them in and out. This is where you want to be. This is where Woodward Sports is, man. You've seen us pull up on them. You've seen us have games there. You've seen us cover the Tigers as well as the Red Wings there, man. This is what we do, and this is where we do it at. A&J is the place. Check the app out, the mobile app, or scan that QR code. Go to Art and Jake's. Art and Jake's is definitely a place to be. You know where else is the place to be? It's the studio. Because right now we have an actual Gatorade Athlete of the Year, track and field, if you will. Shout out to none other than the first 18-year-old, the first individual under 20 to run sub 13 seconds in the 110 hurdles. Y'all know I'm a track junkie. I talk about it all the time. But this individual right here is a special one. Gatorade Athlete of the Year, Zacchaeus Brock. What's the word, brother? Now I actually had some fun and pulled some times up from, you know, when I ran way back in the day, but I won't do you like that. To where the era has gotten now, to see you break. First of all, what was it like to break 13 seconds in the 110 hurdles? Because that's a feat in itself, phenomenal feat for an 18-year-old.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I know I had it in me just based off my times earlier in the season. And, breaking it itself was just a crazy experience. And, all glory to the Most High. Like, I still can't believe it. It's still sensational, but it was an extraordinary feeling.
Yeah, extraordinary feeling, nonetheless. Much like this, Gatorade Athlete of the Year. I remember going to the ESPYs. I remember the year I went to the ESPYs. I want to say Simeon Augustus was Athlete of the Year. She's a basketball player from LSU, and I just was looking at that trophy. Because when you're aspiring to do something, I want to be All-State.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I want to be All-American. And then if you're that good, it's like, maybe why can't I be Gatorade Athlete of the Year? Yeah. You are Gatorade Athlete of the Year. Just talk about what this honor means to you, and then talk about what they did for you, because you told me some things behind the scenes.
No, it's a great honor. It ties into my athletic ability, but also in the academics and just being a great person all around. So it's an honor to have this. It's still like a surreal feeling. When I first got it, it felt like a dream. So just being a habit is an honor. And then Gatorade just put on a great show for me. Did a photo shoot, gave me a lot of gear. And they're flying me out to the ESPYs next week, so that'll be fun. So I just appreciate Gatorade for everything. It was a great time.
Now we have some of your races. Now we're gonna put these races up here, and what I want you to do when we put the race up here, just walk me through the race. Gotcha. Tell me what you're thinking at the start. Tell me what you're thinking about once you got out of your high speed glide. Tell me what you're thinking about, man. You're finishing that race. Jay, let me know when you cue that one up. All right, here we go. Let us know. What is this race? Hit pause.
All right, so this right here is
this is all Brock's. If he can keep it together here.
And,
wow. That is a dominant performance there.
This race is just special.
I don't even know why I bet against that.
Kind of the most peaceful I
Meet
was.
record at 7:44
and, just walking through
for
the race.
Zacchaeus Brock's. Wow.
I'm just thinking about getting to the first hurdle, just trying to make sure I get there. And then throughout the race, I'm just letting it come to me, just getting over the hurdles, and then once I get over the last one, making sure I run through the finish line. So it's never really, I'm not really thinking about nothing during the race, but it's just always letting it come to me.
When you say peaceful, what got you in a peaceful state? How were you in a peaceful state? Because I've been to New Balance meet, and I've gotten my butt smoked at the New Balance meet. There's nothing peaceful about that experience, but why were you peaceful in that experience where you went ham?
Just being peaceful, just with prior. Just making sure I was getting my meditation in, making sure my mental was right, and just praying, putting my trust in God, knowing that He always comes through whenever I want Him to and whenever I need Him to. So I had so much belief, during that race, and I just knew I could go out there and do something special.
You got to throw me some love on that one, man. God is everything, man. When you look at the individuals like yourself, when you look at Quincy Wilson, who ran 44.2 2 years ago, when you look at Tate Taylor, who in 1975 in the 200 meters as another individual that's 18 and under, or even Deja Hodge, who went 22.46 as a junior, Jamisa Ford, who went 50.27 in the 400. The fastest time 20 years ago in the women's 400 was 51.8, and she's 50.27. What do you think you guys' times and you guys' ability is attributed to? Because you guys are blowing the doors off of it right now, man. Talk about that a little bit.
I think it's all just our training. I'm putting in the work, and technology is crazy these days. So just making sure we're training. Obviously, seeing other people your age going into it and running really fast kind of gives you a lot of confidence going into any race. So knowing that, okay, if I see someone else run fast, I'm trying to do that too. So I feel like that factor and just the competition part of it is one of those things that I think is why a lot of us are really faster now.
I got a few questions for you. I was all county in track, but I ran the long distance stuff. I was. I hated it, man. The thing that you talked about just now is the resources that you have. When you show out, people start coming to you and they start teaching you and getting you into programs. But you have these resources now online and YouTube, and you look at other people, like you said. How do they run? What are these little points? How much of that has changed your game beyond the coaches and the in-person stuff? How much are you taking from online?
I think online is great, just to see kind of your idols or people that you look up to running hurdles and just kind of getting some things from them. And sometimes it's not like kind of what you see online, but being able to kind of apply that stuff to your craft. I think that's a great tool, just being able to have that in your back pocket to where, okay, I see myself doing this. I want to see what someone else is doing, or how someone else is hurdling, or how someone else is running. So just being able to have that, I think it's a great tool.
I need to know your mile time.
Anybody running the mile?
He's run the mile. Have you run it sub 5?
Begrudgingly.
No, I haven't. I think last time I ran a mile was like I was really little. I was like 9 or 10.
Okay.
And it was in the 5s.
I had to run the half mile, the 2 mile relay, the mile, and the 2 mile, and I just watch you guys get all the roses, all the glory. They're done in under 13 seconds, and that's their day.
Yeah.
Realistically, man, like I got to break down how fast this is because I feel like people still don't understand what 1298 is. Here you go. You ready to understand what 1298 is as an 18-year-old? All right, here's some times. 1299, 1309, and 1309. Do you guys know what that is? Anybody have a guess in here what that is? Riley, from far, from deep?
I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill.
I will go no. Realistically, you know what those times are? They are the first, second, and third place finishers at the 2024 Olympics. Do you know what that means? His 1298 would have won him gold at the Olympics at 18 years old. Right now you're starting to understand the magnitude of what that time is. Shout out to that. When did you get involved in track? Like when did track start your process?
Yeah, I started track when I was really small. I used to play football back in the day, so it's kind of to get me fast for that.
Oh, okay. And then you just said the hell with it.
And then, I started at like 7 or 8, and I just kept it going throughout, my childhood and growing up through high school, middle school, everything like that. And I got into hurdles when I was around 9 or 10 with Motor City Track Club.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Motor City. And they had me running over like the little yard markers on the football field.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get used to it, I guess. And I knew I was special. I knew I could do something with it.
Talk about it.
So, yeah. And then 11 years old, broke the national record.
Wow.
For the 80-meter hurdles, I ran like 12-1 something. I don't really remember.
He's got 10 national records, by the way. I didn't even get to that. 16.
Well, here. We got his second race here, and I got his cam up there, too. So why don't you take us through this second race? Because I think that the people want to see you run.
All right, so this race right here is U20 Finals. That was a few weeks ago. This is actually where I ran 12.9.
Where's this at? Oregon?
Oregon, yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, so I'm in the blocks right now.
So you're at Austin right now, I guess? Or they have their own track facility, right?
Yeah. So just in the blocks, I'm thinking, let me get to this first hurdle fast, get to the first hurdle first. That's really all I'm thinking about in the blocks.
What lane are you?
I'm in lane 4.
Okay. Ron James.
Yeah, so I make sure I get out, get over the first hurdle, and then, like I said, everything just starts coming in. I'm just making sure I keep moving.
Tight race.
Damn.
So,
man.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was a crazy race. I ended up hitting hurdle 8 in that race, and I thought I was gonna lose it there, but I kind of kept my composure. So,
kids, two things for us, man, and we'll get you on your way, man. We appreciate you for coming to the studio, bringing the trophies, sharing your energy, sharing your confidence. 2 questions. Question 1. When I brought up that 1298, a lot of people have something to say.
Yeah.
What they have to say is, well, he's not running 42s, he's running 39s. Right. Talk about how you practice and talk about, if you don't know what that is, in Olympics, 42 inches is what they use. 39 inches is what they use in 18 and under. You don't practice with 39s, though, correct?
Right. So right now, leading up to U20s, I've been practicing over 42s, just getting ready for that. And usually for me, I don't really see a big difference. I kind of just think it's a few technical things to work on to get to that speed over 39s, over 42s. But nonetheless, obviously, it's a height difference. But just being able to practice that right now before I end up going to college, I think that's one of those things that's helping me out.
What college are you going to?
Ohio State University.
Yeah, I knew. I knew it already. I was waiting. I wasn't gonna let it take away. Nah, man, I appreciate that about you. Look, Ohio State has a great track and field program. I remember I ran at Michigan, and we had some battles, especially with the hurdler. One of the hurdlers at Ohio State way back then was Joe Brown.
He's the hurdle coach now. He's the hurdle coach.
He was electric.
Yeah.
Hey, tell him about me though, because I beat him in the 4x1. That's neither here nor there. One thing about being the Gatorade Athlete of the Year is it's not just about the sport. It's also about the academics, what you brought up. In a world today, you have so much influence. You have so much access nowadays. Talk about what you want to do, because I know you don't want to just be an athlete. I know there's more to you. How do you want to bridge the gap, and what would you want to do?
Yeah, so one of the reasons I chose Ohio State was the engineering program. And I want to go into engineering.
I give you that.
I want to go into engineering when I'm older. So just having that bridge between, like you said, athletics and and what you want to do in the future. I think that's big, especially going to college and having them pay for you and stuff like that, and being able to get a great education while not having to pay anything at all. So I think that's what I want to do in the future, which is engineering. And I believe that just going to Ohio State, which is a great university, will help me to just get kind of what I want.
If you didn't run the hurdles, what race or what field event would have been yours?
Ooh. Well, before I was running the hurdles, I was running the short sprints, the 100 and the 2.
Okay.
So I probably would go back to the 100 and the 2.
Fastest time in the 200, because that was my best race.
I actually haven't ran it since I've been little, but when I was like 11, I ran like 25 something.
So. I could beat him in the 200. Thank the Lord. Yo,
I have one more question for you.
Go ahead, please.
Well, if you did not play track at all, what would be the sport of choice?
I probably would go back to my first love, which was football. Yeah, I probably would have to go back there.
Lions fan?
Lions fan, yes, sir.
All right, talk about what the Lions going to do this year. Coming off of a year.
Hopefully we could go to the Super Bowl this year and win the whole thing. That's what I'm hoping for. I want to see
you
a
and us
Super
all.
Bowl to Detroit. That's what I'm trying to see.
You believe in Jahmyr Gibbs?
Of course.
Yeah, he's dope, right?
Yeah, he's dope.
Fellow sprinters, they stick together, right?
Definitely.
Yo, man, it's been an honor to have you on the show. We wish you blessings on your trip, man. Keep God first, and you're going to be all right, brother.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Brox, that is the National Gatorade Track and Field Athlete of the Year, and he bought the trophy with
It's
himself.
a serious trophy,
That's a monster of a trophy,
Goes
right
back
there.
to 85, 86.
It also has all the names of
Yeah.
every athlete that has ever been
fantastic,
Gatorade
man.
Athlete of the Year, and his is now at the top of the list. Shout out to you and your fam, because Mr. Brox is in the building as well. My God. We'll take a quick commercial break. And
Tell me about his state's title, Braylon.
State's title agency, 20 years in experience, 20 years in the game. The B-side knows what he's doing. He comes from a long line of individuals that understand the mortgage business. Whether you're buying or refinancing, this is the place to do it, because they make things convenient. They make things simple, and that's what you want. Weekend closings, check. Late night closings, check. They do it all for all your title needs. Come on, man. Call Mr. Deeds.
And if you're looking to upgrade your massage game, then there's no better place than Massage Chair House, the largest massage chair showroom in the great state of Pure, Michigan. Scan that QR code above my head and get taken through the whole array of massage chairs with Dr. Eric Duncan on his YouTube channel, The Wellness Doc. So make sure you tap in with him today for all your massage chair needs.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
I'm here to tell you about Illume again, and I'm here to let you know that Woodward Sports wants to be your plug, guys. Woodward Sports, WSN 30, that QR code, that's all you got to do when you head over to Loom.com, guys. They've also got the Buzz and Energy, which you see around the station all the time. I was listening yesterday. KG said one of the things that he irrationally loves is going to the dispensary and seeing all the beautiful colors and products, and I just got to say, That dispensary, they have 40 of them in the state. Loom, it's the boutique dispensary. It is sparkling clean. The product is amazing. And their staff is awesome and super helpful. I love the Berkeley location at 12 and Woodward. Ask for MJ when you're there. But again, when you head on over to Loom, in person or online, make sure that you drop that WSN 30 so you get that 30% off. And we are back. Awesome segment there with our guy Zach Collins, Gatorade Athlete of the Year, running a sub 13 second 110 high hurdles. It's absolutely insane. I didn't want to bring it up while they were in here, but the Braves away, so the Cats will play. What do y'all know about those female hurdlers, though, man? Woo! Female hurdlers and beach volleyball, bro. I don't even know.
Hey.
I don't even know, Cam.
What about some tennis players,
All right,
too?
Before we get into that, for the people that didn't hear us talk about it 20 minutes ago who were here and obviously don't have their listening ears on, you know who we're talking about in the chat. Kawhi Leonard's trade has been not backed out of, but put on pause, essentially, due to the investigation that he is currently under by the NBA that has been going on for 10 months. As you can see on the sidebar, if you pay attention to the show, it says Pistons in the East, which means we're going to compare the Pistons to other teams in the Eastern Conference. So you know what that we're about to do is talk all about the Kawhi Leonard trade and the fact of what it does to the Raptors. Anson, take it away, please.
Well, you know where he got that black eye from now. Anyway, listen. Listen, the Raptors, when they made this deal, it didn't do it all for me, okay? Because the guys that they gave up were a big part of what they were last year. I do think that Kawhi is that guy that can take you over the top. And obviously the Raptors, they love to get him back. It's a place that he's comfortable in. But this Raptors team looks nothing like the Raptors team that won. I don't see an OG. You know what I'm saying? So,
when Pascal Siakam doesn't play for them still?
Pascal's solid, but I'm
listen. With you.
When I look at that team, I don't think that whether this trade happens or doesn't happen, it really changes their stock. They're a playoff team in the East. That's it.
We keep talking about the playoff team in the East. What does the West look like? Are we so sold on the West?
I'm sold on those two teams right now, yeah.
So it's Nikola Jokic bringing up the third spot. Then there's SGA, 1, and then there's Wemby 2?
Wemby and SGA, I think those two teams
1, 2,
are built.
Jokic 3, Anthony Edwards and
where's
Ja
Jokic's
Morant.
help, man? He just doesn't have any help.
Because in Minnesota's 4, they got Ja Morant.
Minnesota about to be in the East, bro.
All right. They aren't yet. Let's not talk we're not talking in hypotheticals here.
That's going to happen I think soon.
But currently, you got to get there first. I'm not worried about the West right now because you have to still beat the people in the East. You still have to prove that you are the best team in the East because you are not. You lost to the Cavs and you didn't even make it to the series that you said you were going to kill the entire time. All I heard all year, we want the Knicks. The Knicks, we own them, undefeated. The peasants,
easily owned peasants.
I know we said,
but then it comes playoff time, and we had our mixes with the Cavs in the regular season. They were a worse matchup for us, but still, you still had to beat them, and you didn't. And now you can't be talking like you're the kings of the East because you're not. You were the third best team in the East according to last year, and now you have to bounce back this year with an even better team, which I think they will.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I know we don't deal in hypotheticals, but hypothetically you can say if Franz Wagner does not get injured, the Pistons are not making it past the first round, and they won 60 games, whether the games matter or not. So that is interesting, if you will. I was late because I was over there. I don't want to get in trouble by Stick and Justin and everybody else. I was over there. I was talking to the kids, finished up, telling them it was a hell of an interview. Appreciate them for coming out. You know what I'm saying? We got some fun. To finish the show, I think. I think we got some fun to finish the show. Is that real? You want to do that? Or you want to spawn into this Pistons talk?
We kind of had the Pistons
talk
on there.
Go ahead.
And Justin dropped an elbow on the chat, so this is what we're talking about. I'm just going to give you my rankings here. I'm going to throw somebody in there that
your elbow
because you lick it before you drop it, bro.
I come from the double tap.
That's a double tap too, but I throw a little insult to the injury.
I'm old school macho, man. I get the fly in the layout. I get the fly in
any excuse to show them off, there, big guy.
They just in the shot.
Can't do anything. I'm saying the bullets. The bullets are 8.
Okay, the Wizards?
The Bullets, because I hate the Wizards. The Bullets are 8. I really like a lot of things that they've done. It's going to be interesting to see where AD lands, but I like their draft picks.
What's the player, Sarr, that they like a lot?
Alexander Sarr. Yeah, I was wrong on him. That's one of the few guys in the last 5-10 years I feel like I really whiffed on. He's a tremendous young player. You get Trae Young, who wants to stay. Depends on what happens with AD. If they can get a nice haul for him, I like that.
Here, watch this. I got a spoiler for it. He gets hurt.
Okay, there you go. Toronto, number 7. I don't think that they've really changed their outcome a whole lot. I think that Atlanta comes in at number 6. Love that young team. I just don't know. Can they beat a bunch of these other teams to a Trey Murphy? Because if they do, that changes the landscape a lot. I love Philly, but they can't get out of their own way. I think that they start in the first round on the road. Knicks. Listen, maybe they can do it in the playoffs again. I don't believe in their depth to be able to maintain a great regular season record. Then you're going to see Orlando win that division. Pistons will come in at number 2 on top of the Central. And don't ever sleep on the Celtics. I hate to say it, but man, look how good they were last year. Number 2 seed, right? 2 or 3, 2 seed, I think. They were so good last year without Jason Tatum for the majority of it.
3.
Maybe they get a little bit better, chemistry going with Paul George there. I think that he's ready to win a chip. I think that team's really dangerous, and I think that the Pistons will take some time to figure out who they are. But I still see them as a top 2 team in the East.
Okay, I kind of jumped into the conversation. You guys are ranking your East in terms of
just want to throw the East out there because I kind of want to close the door on basketball. We want to get into football until that next move happens.
I was so happy Kool-Aid came in yesterday. I was like, cool,
yeah, it was perfect.
Y'all 3 can talk.
I think that this segment closes the door on it. Put your mark, call your shot. What's the East look like when we get to April? Who do you like? Who's going to be hosting? That's where we're at.
I'll do you one better. I don't know what the top 8 look like. I don't know who I'm going to put, 1 through 5 or anything like that. What I do know is I know where I put the Pistons. Whether you like it or you hate it, the Pistons for me are in the 4 spot. Now, I don't know the 3 teams are going to be ahead of them, but I know the Pistons for me in terms of the moves they made so far in the offseason to how they finished the season to where I believe that team can do. I got them in the 4 spot. And I think that, for me, that's a fair ranking. They're in the 4 spot right now. We'll see what happens.
Richard, DM, I'm just going to say DMT. DM for it. Pistons are definitely top 4, but the teams are going to be clustered closer 1 through 8. And somebody in here saying Miami, even with Giannis, is going to be mid. They lost 3 big pieces of what they do. Now, they're really well coached, and if you can get 70-plus games out of Giannis, then, the Bullets probably don't make it. But there's so much parity in the East, and I think the East, all of these teams we mentioned, I think all got better, save the Knicks.
I think the biggest thing right now is like with parity, as you mentioned, with so much movement now in professional sports, especially basketball, especially football, they're moving at the speed of light. It's hard to say what these teams are going to be because there is so much motion. There are so many new faces. So for me, I would rank them in who has the most consistent body of what they did last year, and they were good. The Pistons, they still got a lot of what they did when they won those 60 games. You look at the Knicks, well, they still have their starting 5 from when they won the championship. You look at what Boston is. Boston still has an identity from what they're used to over the last 4 years with Joe Mazzulla. So I think how you rank them, whoever has more of that solid identity. Orlando is a team that jumps out. Cleveland is a team that jumps out. When you look at
I forgot about Cleveland. I don't even have them in here.
When you look at the team that has the most, I would say Cleveland, Orlando, the Pistons, the Knicks, and the Celtics got to be the 5 that we're talking about. Everybody, and you can figure out where you want to place them. Everybody else, you're hoping to get into this 5. I think that's the 5.
Yeah, I screwed up leaving Cleveland out there. So who, out of the 8 teams that made it last year, who doesn't make it this year? Is it Toronto?
Hawks.
Is it Atlanta?
The Hawks.
Atlanta?
Yes. I ain't even had to look at the sheet for that one. That's the Hawks.
They're pretty good, man, and pretty young.
I feel you. You got to prove it to them.
We don't know what they're going to do with Kuminga. They're probably not going to bring him back. That's probably a team that falls out. I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto does as well. The Hornets. Hornets are an intriguing team. I don't know what they're going to look like. Knupel is their new leader.
Not that LaMelo Ball was their best player, but they lost LaMelo Ball, and he'd been building identity there for a while. That's going to be interesting how that looks. Brandon Miller's still there, and Brandon Miller can shoot. He can play. Miles Bridges, the Michigan State legend.
Had a big 3, and it's gone.
Con Knipple, he's a hell of a shooter last year. We finished second as it relates to rookie threes of all time.
Future star.
changing subjects, but not necessarily for the entirety, just for a quick moment. Where would you guys rank Jackson Smith and Jigba and wide receivers in the NFL? I ask it for a reason. There's something behind it. Where does Jackson Smith and Jigba rank? You saw what see? So
no
you got
lower
him
than top 5. No lower than top 5, but there's an argument for 2-3, I think.
Is Jackson Smith and Jigba?
See, I don't vibe with that.
What do you have?
I think he's like right around 5.
I put him at
he's
5.
right around 5, and I'm not putting him higher though. I have other receivers who have put up those types of seasons consistently on their resume. Yep.
Puka Chase, Jettas, and who's the fourth one for you? Because
Brown.
I feel like
St. Brown.
Oh yeah, duh.
And CD?
And CD, yes.
CD, so
CD 4, St. Brown 5.
He's arguing 5-6 right now. Is where I think that he lies.
As much as I love CD, because I remember when he came out there arguing as a CD or Jerry Judy, and I told people they were crazy for even asking that question.
That actually is wild.
It 100% it is. I'm taking Jackson Smith and Jigba over CD. Like I am. Like what I've seen out of college, what I've seen in the NFL, like I know that Jackson Smith and Jigba is a better receiver.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely respectable.
And he's
better
less impactful to the locker room. That's for sure.
100%.
Like CD can be a problem.
Only reason why I asked that question because this is your 4 for JSN. This is your 4 for Jahmyr Gibbs, correct? The same draft class. Yeah. Are they similar?
JSN third?
This is his 4th.
Okay.
This will be his 4th. Yeah, because he had like 900, then he had 1100, then he had 1700.
Okay.
So yeah, this is his 3rd. Same draft class. Are they similar? That's why I was asking that question. So I was talking to my homeboys. He said Jahmyr Gibbs is the JSN of wide receivers. I was like, that's interesting. I was like,
he sure made the Red Rocket look good.
The only difference, what I would say in that conversation, is that JSN has legitimate guys in front of him where you can't put him in front of Puka Nacua. Like I can't put him in front of Jamar Chase. I can't put him in front of Jay Jettas. Like with Jahmyr Gibbs, none of those running backs, like even Christian McCaffrey, I'm like, I understand it. Like Derrick Henry, I understand it. So Jahmyr Gibbs a little bit better, but it was an interesting conversation. What'd you say, Jay?
I just like, in terms of Jackson Smith and Jigba as a player, like I love him as a player. He's a great player. However, like I can't put CeeDee Lamb over him, and I know you said you're a big tape guy, but like we also got in the same.
I'm
argument
JSN over CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I know, but we got to the same argument about Amon-Ra St. Brown, and what the argument that you gave me was that CeeDee Lamb has put up seasons that Amon-Ra St. Brown hasn't with his, he's put up 300 more yards in a season than St. Brown is capped out at 1,400. My question to you is, how can you have JSN that high after one singular season of 1,700 yards and only putting up 2,000-yard seasons in his career? I think that's a tough ask of anyone, and that's why this is the same reason that I have JD5 where he is on a quarterback list, because he's done it for 1 year, and I believe in him that he has top 5 quarterback potential. Same thing as JSN, but why does JSN, because he's a wide receiver, get the pass to then be in that top 5 conversation this quickly?
Okay, and that's a fair question. With me, as it relates to anything that we do in this network, any topic that we talk about, I'm just really an amateur figuring it out. Basketball, I know a little bit about basketball, but I figure it out. I lean on you guys as it relates to hockey, baseball, etc. Even football. There are topics in football, which I'm like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to professionalize this point. I'm going to say what I know, move on from there. There is one thing that I know. There is one thing that I know more than anything, and it's the wide receiver position. So for me, when I talk about wide receivers, I've watched JSN since he was at Ohio State. I've watched what he's done. I've watched the ability. I watched the route running. I watched the special plays. I watched the magic. I watched the 300 out at the Rose Bowl. I watched the mossing. I watched the feet on the sideline. I've watched it in the backfield. I watched all the things that make his game his game. I've watched it, and I think it is better than those individuals. I think the potential is better than those individuals. So when I say JSN has that potential, I've seen it. I watched it at Ohio State. I watched him tie my record at the Rose Bowl. I watched him, like, he can do it all. Like, he's a smaller, he can do it all. So for me, when I say JSN is that and has the potential to be that, that's me in my field of expertise watching and ascending, and this is what I believe.
Great answer.
I think he does. I think he absolutely can do it all. Like, do you need him to moss somebody? We've seen that. Do you need him to work the feet on the sideline? We've seen that. Do you need him to run by somebody? We've seen that. Do you need him to do the Amon-Ra St. Brown thing, which is be the most cerebral player on the field? We've seen that. Do you need him to go in motion? We've seen that. Do you need him to play the X and the big dog? We've seen that. Do you need him in the red zone? We've seen that. Do you need him in the blocking game? We've seen that. So when I say that about him, and this is Ohio State guy. I hate even giving him this kudos, but ball is ball. And when I see that, Like, he does every single one of those things.
Ball don't see color. Ball don't see school colors. It sees nothing but the fact that you can go out there and do it.
100%. I would actually jump off the cliff. The conversation we had about CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown, I would actually retort some of that. But the JSN conversation, nah.
People
I
actually
appreciate you keeping it consistent, Bray.
I appreciate that.
People actually liked Quentin Johnston coming out that year.
I hated him.
I hated him
How
too.
could
If
you like him more than JSN?
And
when you look at the tape,
bruh,
it's not even comparable.
I hate him, and it wasn't because he cooked Michigan. It was because when you watch how he cooked them, like, he sucked at the line of scrimmage. He sucked at getting off the jam. Like, when you watch his game, it's not what it is. So kudos to him for being drafted. Kudos to him for beating Michigan and being in that space with Chargers. But his game it reminds me of Mike Williams.
Reminds me of N'Keal Harry.
It reminds me of the guy that he replaced.
Literally,
Mike
it's
Williams.
the exact same receiver.
It's like a lazy, tall ass receiver that you're never gonna get 110% out of.
But he's a red zone weapon.
I mean, Mike,
when he catches it.
When he's healthy and he catches it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like when he's like actually healthy and he's on his game, he's actually not a half bad receiver at all. But like
Quentin Johnston is getting better. I will give him his credit. He's getting better. Like, we come on the show, we don't tear people down. We keep it honest. He has gotten better as a receiver, and I think last year when you have a coach that gets it, and Jim Harbaugh, he gets it. He's brought professionalism around there. You can't get away with the same shit you're doing under Brandon Staley. You can't get away with those same little things. So you've seen him get better because the coach is better and the system is better. And Justin Herbert, he's no longer allowing certain things because he's got a back. We got to get to a commercial break. You have one point?
I was just gonna say, he's an average Y.
Yeah, agreed. Shout out to TCU. Let's get a message in from. Did we do period?
From Amnesia. Let me tell you about it.
He loves it.
2 flavors, 1 device, 3 ways to enjoy. And I'm about to, if I can find it in my pocket, I'm about to show you how you can enjoy it. Because look at this baby. You turn it on, quick and easy. If my fingers don't fat it, you got the mixed, you got the sativa, and you got the indica. So whatever your flavor is, tap in with Amnesia today. And then for your pre-roll needs, tap in with Mad Packs, now available at all the retailers near you today. And look, the Boom Shakalaka, the high-low, variety of flavors, clean bud, nice smoke, keef coated, resin infused. You can't beat it, best in the market. Tap in with Mad Packs today and get high today.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the offseason smells good. Woodward Sports.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets are available now at DeadCityFC.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
And we are back, wrapping up the show, which has been a heck of a show, man. We had some fun with you guys early on, and if you didn't see it, get a chance, go back to the beginning, because it is worth its weight in gold. Speaking of gold, World Cup in 7 minutes. I want to get Cam in here. I know this is a thing. Argentina is up. Argentina versus Morocco. Excuse me. I'm sorry. France, Morocco. Mbappe. I knew it was one of the superstars.
Mbappe.
100%. France versus Morocco.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Jay, where you at with this game? I think it's going to be a big one for Mbappe. I heard somebody say that they were in danger of potentially losing if you put the top 4 teams that were the best odds to win it. They would have them as the team to get upset. I say you're crazy.
I say they're crazy as well. I mean, this Morocco team is a very good team, and they are a team. Like they run deep. I believe they're 9th in the world. Correct, Cam, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know what ranking they are, but
they're very good.
No, 9 was Belgium.
Oh, then they're 8.
Okay, facts.
But they play such a team style. But the thing about France is the worry going into the World Cup was the fact that they were not going to be able to check the ego at the door. You have Kylian Mbappe, who has risen to the Cristiano Ronaldo, like he's getting there to that point of the fame, the face of soccer, and the next up, like him, Holland. But what they were afraid of is, Dembele, who's also on the France team, who plays for PSG. Mbappe left PSG. They go on to win 2 Champions League trophies. Dembele, who was a sidekick where he's been prior, becomes the man, wins 2 Ballon d'Ors over Mbappe, and now they had to play on the same team. So they were worried how the chemistry issues were going to be there. There is no chemistry issues. This team plays clean. They play together. It is some of the most beautiful football I've ever seen. Michael Olise, I have fallen in love with his game. He plays the 10 for France. He is one of the most wicked passers I have ever seen from that spot. He is just dotting up Mbappe, and I can't see there's a different class to the top 3 in this tournament and everyone else. The way that France is playing right now, and the way that Spain is playing, and the way that
Holland's been showing up.
I think Norway's gonna beat England tomorrow, but that's a different story.
Hey, you know what? I might be on that same wavelength. I don't want to.
England hasn't looked good.
I don't want to go against Jay because I know you know more about soccer than I do, or football with a U that is. But I'm not putting Mbappe and Cristiano Ronaldo in the same category because Cristiano Ronaldo ain't never been to the finals.
And that's fair. I'm just talking about the level of stardom. I'm not talking about the level of players.
You hate on him a lot.
You said what?
You hate on Ronaldo.
Because he hasn't done it. Like, he hasn't done it. He hasn't got to the point. Like, the furthest he's ever gone is the quarterfinal.
And
for 20 years.
For 20 years.
The only place he won was at one of the biggest clubs in the world with the biggest operating budget where he could have the most help. Just saying.
See, so
I mean,
I'm not taking away from
This was also a big conversation when I was down in Cincy too, because the family I was staying with, big soccer fans. Yeah. Wifey, she's a big Ronaldo fan, but I also feel like it's a sex appeal too, though. Yeah, a lot of it's a sex appeal. But I agree with you, Bray.
Like, I have no hate for Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, in everything he's done, he's deserved. But like, when you start talking about certain conversations, like, there's just not enough to back that merit. I don't care about how many goals you score. I don't care how much you take your shirt off. Like, I don't care how much the Saudis value you. What I care about is when you get in your field of expertise. Like, this is the Super Bowl for them. When you get in that, and cup after cup after cup after cup, you're not that same version of yourself that we got to read about online, and then obviously social media. Now that we're seeing, I'm not seeing that same Cristiano Ronaldo that I've been told about when he gets the World Cup.
Who do you want to win?
Who do I want to win it all?
Yeah,
I want Mbappe to win.
You do?
Because hold on. Messi's my favorite, but Messi got his already. Like, don't we love the change? Don't we love the changing? I want Mbappe to win.
France to win.
Oh my God!
So you want France over Argentina in the
final?
It is tough to root
for France. But
you can say Mbappe, but he plays for who?
The French.
Okay, so you want the French to win.
Like, I'm not trying to get in politics. At the end of the day,
there's nothing about politics. I just can't root for France.
What's so deep about the French?
He just laid out why the French is so good. The game they play, the style of play. When I watch them, it's exciting. Like, when I watched that game 2 years, when I watched that game 4 years ago, like, I want the same match, but I want Mbappe to win. And it's not because of Argentina versus France as a country. It's because that excitement level. And I think Mbappe, if he takes it, because you don't deserve anything you can't take. If he takes it, he will take it from the legend. This is essentially when Tom Brady went against Patrick Mahomes. Now, I wanted Tom Brady to win, but that's different. Like, if Mahomes would have beaten Brady that day, if they would have had the offensive line, etc., It was a young guy snatching it from the old guy.
You
That's what I
snatching his chain. You was snatching his chain.
100%.
Like
Shout out to Michael Graham. Give me that chain.
Pass that torch.
Zinedine Zidane.
Because I think it creates something that we all could use. I think it creates a moment that we'll be talking about forever. That moment when Mbappe took it from Messi as Messi ascended to the highest place of all time. It's perfect theater.
Especially with how
to the lore.
even the Golden Boot is going right now. Like the Golden Boot race is tied up with the same amount of games played.
Yeah.
Messi has 8 goals. Haaland has 7 goals. And Mbappe has 7 goals. Like this is literally lining up for having the Golden Boot on the line. The tournament online, and you'd see it right there. Shout out to Cam, production on the fly. Didn't even know we had that. Throwing that up there. But like we're potentially going to have the finals that everyone wanted in terms of this last 4. You're probably going to have France. You're probably going to have Spain. You're probably going to have England, and you're probably going to have Argentina. And as much as I want Norway to win, and I'm going to be rooting for Norway, and I'm probably going to bet on Norway, the more likely outcome is England. And I think that this is just going to end up as a tournament of fireworks, especially the fact that it's in the United States.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. And realistically, if Messi didn't win in 2022, then it's a different conversation because I want what he needs, which is to be there. He's done it already. Messi doesn't.
He's already the GOAT.
He's him. And he proved it throughout this tournament again that he's him.
I have never rooted for the best player in any fucking league. I'll never get that. I'm from Detroit. We've never had that. I don't get it. I root for teams.
You can't enjoy it.
I'm not giving you a hard time.
Stop the yelling. Stop the yelling. Like, hold on. Calm down. Everybody stop the yelling. We getting off. This is fucking World Cup. Relax.
I'm not upset.
No, I didn't
I'm
say
just loud. He's loud too. We're good.
Okay, both at the same time. What does that sound like? Super loud. I'm just relax. Calm down. This isn't a point we need to be that loud about. When you say I never root for the best player, literally the best 4 players in the world are all in this tournament. So whoever you're cheering for, one of them is one of the best players ever.
Where's the Spain guy?
Well,
That's who I'm rooting for.
Okay.
Shout out your ball.
Y'all jumped down my throat because I don't like.
It's
listen,
because of how you
I'm not
presented it to us.
Well, yeah, that's me.
But you ain't got to yell at me to tell you cheering for Spain.
I wasn't yelling. He started yelling, so I had to get louder to get my point over young Justin. But listen,
it's
a
4
lot
o'clock.
of
The game started.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
The match started.
Right.
Go ahead, Anson.
I'm good. It's no big deal.
Get your Spain out.
I mean, the thing is I guess I see people that root for World Cup, they change teams every 4 years because they follow a superstar. And that, to me, is one of the things that does bother me about this amazing every 4-year tournament is, like, stick with your team.
I've been cheering for Messi since 14.
I know that. So why are you pulling from Mbappe, bro?
Because he got his, and I want to see. This is theater. Like, I don't represent either one of these countries. So the fact that I don't represent the country, like, it's the theater side that I want. Like, I wanted the theater in 2022. I wanted Messi to win. He won in PKs. They won in the end.
And with plenty of theater in that
and
one.
Mbappe did his thing.
Legendary
Don't
game.
you want to see the same game and just have a different ending this time?
No, I want to see Spain beat their crap neighbors to the north.
Well, let's not act like Spain ain't one of the best teams that haven't been forever. It ain't like
And they just can't get it done.
It ain't like you said you was cheering for Morocco.
They just won the Euros.
Yeah, but I told you, 94, that was my first experience of soccer, and it was in Sevilla, Spain. And so I've been a Spain guy ever since then. Juan Carlos, I don't care after that who's been there. Zinedine Zidane, I hated that guy. And now Mbappe, like, they are the Patriots of soccer. No thank you.
All right. Well, go watch the match.
Let's go. Game time.
Yo, great job by the Appreciate you guys for coming on, man. You beat Sweet Potato Cam, B Lad, Justice Satawa, my host.
Free Anson.
The Sweeper is calling.
Breakout season loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone. Touchdown.
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.